Hello, dreamers. Welcome to this week's show of Cherish Living Dream. I am your host, YaYa.
And I am your host, Jay.
And we are your hope dealers. So listen, dreamers, cousins, cousinettes, hunties, hunettes. 'Tis the season to be jolly.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. So listen, it's Christmas Eve. By the time you see this, it's Christmas Eve. We are in rare form, but we just gonna go with
Yes,
it.
we are.
Actually,
yes,
it's
we
not
are.
so rare.
No, it's not.
We are in form.
Our form.
So it is the season, the holiday season. Christmas is coming, and we are here. We are Santa's reindeer.
Which one are you?
I would say Rudolph, but not so much. And I don't remember the others. What's the other one's name?
Dancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid.
Cupid. I'll be Cupid.
Is it Donner?
And Blitzen.
Is it Blitzen?
I don't know. How'd the song go? I don't remember.
It starts off with all of them.
So anyway, we're one of the reindeer, and we're here. So Merry
Christmas.
Yes. So we're going to get into the topic, and it is 'tis the season under construction. So listen, the pandemic has taught us, first of all, we are in our second holiday season of being in the pandemic. So last year, the pandemic started. Everyone is in shock. We're like, holiday season comes up. We're thinking, okay, the next holiday season, which we're in now, the pandemic's going to be gone. Not so.
Not so.
Because Omicron, where you say it? The new variant has made an appearance. So we are still in the pandemic. So, Omicron, you know what? I'm thinking about the Omarion, because you know how they playing, what is it? The play on words. They're trying to say it's the Omarion variant, which, guys, I'm not taking it lightly.
When I heard Omarion, I thought about the R&B singer.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. So he was like, so y'all using my name, saying it's a variant. But anyway, it's Omicron, I think, if I'm saying it right.
I think that is what it is.
So what the pandemic has taught us is we have to be under construction, that we are actually under construction, if not all of us, at least most of us, because before the pandemic, I think some of us were secure in our jobs. We were secure in our child care arrangements, secure in, our travel plans, just secure. And then the pandemic said, hello, good morning, P. Diddy. And so then we had to change it up, change the plans up. And you guys know, like with construction, it really, sometimes for me, put a damper on things because you have all these detours, you have to be in traffic. They got all these cones up, and I already can't see, about to drive into the cone. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on when construction is happening. And the reason why we came up with the topic, 'tis the season under construction, is because prior to the pandemic, when the holiday season come around, most of us, you got your Black Friday shopping, you ready for the holidays, blah, 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 blah. But when the pandemic hit, a lot of people lost their jobs. They could no longer shop the way that they wanted to for Christmas or for the holidays or what have you. And so some people get hung up on that. But I'm here to get y'all free, because y'all know I'm all about the business of y'all being free. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about those gifts and all that, because you are under construction. And when I say you're under construction, you have had to realize, as a result of the pandemic, what's more important? These Christmas gifts you're trying to get and you be in debt for whatever reason or not, or cherishing the lives of those who are around you. So you had to rethink things. You had to reconstruct your mind, reconstruct your thinking, reconstruct your life. And being under construction is not a one-time thing. You know, it can be something that happens throughout your life at different points. And so when you think about, let's go back to the construction of the roads, you know, one week they're doing something on a road and then the next week they're not, and then they coming back again doing something else on that same road. And you're like, what in the world? So that kind of mirrors what happens in our life when we're under construction. Like we're, in my opinion, you're not a finished product until you dead. I shouldn't laugh, but but seriously, you're not finished until you're dead. So you're gonna always have something going on, always something new happening to change. Don't laugh at me, Jay.
Help it.
Girl, I'm still thinking about that song. You better get your son a kitchen set. Anyway, we're constantly under construction. And so during this season of holiday madness, just know that it's okay if you're not able to do the things that you were able to do before, because you're here. You have to rethink life. A lot of us have had new things happen that were actually better for us than it was prior to the pandemic. New businesses, our show, our antlers on our heads. You know, because we're constantly under construction. And so you have to rethink, rebuild, and sometimes, you know, just do what you need to do in order to get to that next phase in your life. And that means you have to construct, you have to put things together. And we have to throw the mic to Jay so she can let us know what she had for us today. Jay.
Today, Jay has the definition of construction,
Yay.
which, y'all, you have actually touched on, some
I did.
vocabulary. Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
touched on some of the vocabulary for construction. So construction is the building of something, typically a large structure. Also, the style or method used in building of something. So, a couple of words that stuck out was forming, creation, manufacture. So I think what has happened during the pandemic is, y'all, like you already touched bases on, stating that people, no longer could work their jobs because a lot of places, closed down. And of course, they had it to where people could stay home and still, get paid or whatever. Or either some people just went home and just started working from home, pretty much had to set their office up from home. But those ones that probably couldn't work, and what was the thing that what was it that was called when they had to be furloughed? Yeah, they were furloughed. A lot of those people probably had to get creative. So that's where their creation had to come in during that time of construction. So a lot of times when a building is already built, another word that came to me right before the show, and as I was writing down during while you was talking, I'm so sorry. I hope you don't think that I was being rude, but some things was hitting me, and so I was
I just knew you were operating in your prophetic evangelist, prophetess.
But doctor. I heard remodel. So see, here's the thing. Construction is normally when something is built from the beginning up. Remodeling and renovation is when you go in and you change stuff.
My God.
So see, we are already built. Like this body that we have, it's already been created. Our faces have already been created.
Girl, when you said body, I was like, ooh, yeah, give me a body.
So,
my God.
Yes, we are under construction, but our building is going through a remodeling. It needs to change the structure a little bit. We need to go and we need to change some things. And then that's when renovate comes in, where you want to modernize. or go through a form of rehabilitation.
Mm.
So construction is good, and yes, we are under construction, but we are renovating and we are remodeling the building that we already have. So that's what I was hearing as you were speaking, and then I started doing my definitions of um, for remodeling and things of that nature. So yes, but that still is a form of construction. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm deviating from the actual topic, but I just want y'all to have an understanding on our building has been built, but now it's time for us to modernize. It's time for us to remodel. It's time for us to go in and do some upgrades to what we already have. And y'all know how I am. I always go to the mind. Mm-hmm. We need to have a transformation in our mind in order for us to be able to upgrade, in order for us to be able to, rejuvenate, in order for us to be able to change some things about ourselves. And so that's just where it starts. It starts with your mind. So it's funny because our last show we was talking about detours and talking about going a different route. Mm-hmm. We also talked about what was it? It was detours,
delayed or denied,
and denied. And so now we're talking about construction. So now we're talking about renovating. We're talking about rehabilitation. Um, we're talking about upgrades and also rearrangements. And also doing a form of renovating and changing things. You can come up with your own brand. Like she just came up with this song about get your son a kitchen set.
Listen, let me tell y'all, it's gonna be on every wherever
platform.
You can.
But you better you better make sure that you can you get that copyright?
But listen, it's already,
Well, yeah, I mean,
listen, I was the first one. Don't be trying to take my, you see how I done got my.
Yeah, you done got in your.
Tis the season, y'all.
To be jolly.
Listen,
but yeah,
I'm constructing some things over
here. You are. So during this season of the holidays, we get caught up in it's Christmas has really and this is just my personal opinion. Like y'all says, your unpopular opinion. My unpopular opinion is that I feel as though that as I have gotten older, I think Christmas has really started to be very commercialized. Mm-hmm. The commercials are on the TV, and then they drop a new PlayStation. What number we on there? About 10? Okay, it's 5. Thanks, Chase. It's 5. I mean, I'm just saying, but it's like everything drops right here at Christmas, mm-hmm. and then everybody feels that urgency to go out here and to purchase and to buy and to spend money. Now, I'm not saying what you do and what you don't have, but I'm just saying rent about to be due again. In the next, what's the day? 20, what? 3rd, 24th? Rent's getting ready to be due. I don't know about yours, but mine is due on the 1st. And then you late if you pay it after the 5th. Yeah. But I'm just saying rent is due, like, it's right around the corner. But again, I'm not saying who has what and who don't have. I can't say what you do and what you don't have. I'm just stating that Christmas has become commercialized. It makes people go out here and spend money that they may or may not have, or you can end up wasting money.
And going into debt.
And then this is a season, too, where a lot of people are depressed. So they kind of go out and do things, mm-hmm. to kind of like mask that and to cover it up. And then they're really depressed when those credit card bills come in and then they can't pay them. I'm just saying.
I mean, so I don't know why I'm laughing at things I shouldn't laugh at.
Yeah,
to keep from crying.
Yeah. But it's so true. So during this time of the season and as we are getting ready to embark on a new year of 2022, it's funny that we're talking about construction because we just talked about, clean out your closet. We talked about, the detours and the delays and the denied. Now we're talking about constructing. Now we're talking about renovating. Am I saying that right?
Renovating. Mm-hmm. That's a word.
Anyway.
Renovating.
So talking about renovating, rehabilitation, just getting your house in order. You know, getting a little more organized, getting a little more detailed. But still enjoy the Christmas season, still enjoy the New Year. But during this time before you go into a new year, let's not take some of that old baggage with us into the new year. Um, let's clean some things up. Let's upgrade some things. Let's upgrade our thinking. Let's upgrade ourselves physically as far as exercising, walking, eating better, drinking more water, and making sure that you stay around positive people, making sure that you have people in your lives that really love and care for you, and that check on you, because that's a part of renovations too. You got to get rid of some stuff
Mm-hmm.
and make some changes in your life. So whatever area that may be, mentally, emotionally, physically, let's do some rehabilitation. Let's read more, and I'm saying that to myself because I'll start reading something, and I'm not talking about the Bible, but I'll start reading something, and I'll read it for a little while, and then I'll
Don't
just
tell me you
kind
fall
of
asleep.
no, I don't lay the Bible on my chest for the word, like our pastor say. He gonna get us because we always talking about he say y'all be laying the word on your chest, and then you fall asleep. Like the word is just gonna get into your heart just by laying it on your chest. Our pastor is so hilarious.
Now,
He
does say,
is.
"Thy word have I hid in my
My
heart."
so I might not sin against thee. Just put it on your chest. Say it with your chest. Kevin Hart. We don't own the rights to that. Shout out to Kevin. But anyway, all jokes aside though, I have this thing and I need to journal more. I used to journal
Mm-hmm.
and then I stopped. And then I'll pick it back up at the beginning of the year and then I'll stop again.
So we need to talk about this remodeling that Jay needs to do
Yeah.
on her current construction.
Yeah.
I'm a new build baby. I'm going into 2022 as a new build.
Okay. Tell us about it. What you building?
No, we get ready to talk about you in your oh my gosh. In your current construction. Then we're gonna talk about the new build. Because
Okay.
tis the season to be a new build. My
Well,
God.
you said that. Okay. I mean, I'm ready to hear more. You have me so inclined.
So, about your journaling though.
Uh-huh.
So, do you think it's something that, because I tried to journal
Mm-hmm.
and I just find for me, it wasn't for me. Like,
Nothing is for you, y'all. Nothing. Anything that requires consistency and commitment, it is not.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't for me. And I found myself writing too long. I was like, this is too much. I just rather just talk it out. Why I gotta write it out?
Because then you can go back and you can read it. And then you can remember what happened like from one day to the next. Or you can see the changes that, God has done in your life or the growth that you have. Because I can sit back and look at my growth.
Mm-hmm.
But it sure would be nice to have some things written down that I actually could like remember and I don't know.
Well,
'Cause
write
I'm a
it down and
visual
make it
person.
plain.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
a
what the
visual
word
person
says.
too, but I ain't about to
Yeah.
journal and be visual.
Yeah. It hasn't
Then you
worked
get
for me in
carpal
all these
tunnel.
years.
You get car-
All right, Fred.
you get carpal tunnel. I ain't got time.
You don't have
Especially
time.
not for this new bill for the
Well,
2022.
tell me about this new build since you done.
So I hadn't thought that far. I just know that the new bill for 2022
Mm-hmm.
is going to consist of,
Okay.
I'm not gonna have all these how do you say
New Year's resolution. Is that what you're trying to say?
no, I was thinking about when you have a new build. You know how they in a new build they have like sockets everywhere. You just like, okay, it's a socket on my big toenail. Like I didn't know that a socket can go there. But I'm not gonna have all these outlets.
Okay.
Y'all following me?
I'm listening. Keep going.
With this new build where me,
Mm-hmm.
where it's gonna cost me my peace and my peace. And when I know outlets usually means, you're letting stuff go or whatever, but also when you let stuff go, you let stuff in. And so maybe that's not a good analogy. Maybe, I mean, it sounds good in my mind.
Yeah, but keep talking. Keep talking.
So, because like with outlets, it gives you the opportunity to plug stuff in.
It does.
And for me, when I do a whole lot of plugging in,
okay,
I lose my juice. I lose my energy. I lose my drive. And so I don't want to have all these outlets where I'm doing all this plugging in when I'm plugged in all these different things when it's taking my focus away from the main thing. I think that's where I'm going with this.
I'm listening. Keep going.
And so in the new build, I'm not going to be doing all this unnecessary plugging in these unnecessary outlets.
All right.
I'm going to focus on, how Pastor C say, keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be my deal in my new build. Oh, I'm just spitting all these bars tonight. Going into 2022. And it's not necessarily a resolution. It's just what I need for me because it's just too much when I'm plugged in and I'm losing, even though I'm when you plug into something, you gaining power, but it's actually sucking the life out of me when I'm plugged into too many things. So I'm not gonna have all those outlets. And that's just where I'm
the only
at.
thing that's gaining power when you plug into it is the actual thing that's receiving the power.
My God.
Yeah. So it's like I'm looking at a lamp. So once you unplug the lamp, the power is gone. But once you plug the lamp in, it's receiving the power. So like whenever you plug into something or whenever you plug into someone, it's an advantage to them, but it can be a disadvantage to you if they're not like for you.
Yes, that's where I'm saying. See, this is why.
Yeah. So so it's nothing wrong with having outlets. You just have to be disciplined enough to know what you should and should not be plugging into.
Yes, yes.
Because we need to have those outlets because you need to be available for those people that are in need of you. But you have to be disciplined enough and smart enough to know when you should or should not plug in. So it's not about how many outlets you have. It's about you being disciplined to know when you should plug in and when you shouldn't. So, I mean,
y'all better listen to Dr. J over here. Because she be speaking and spitting that knowledge, yo.
No, but that's why I was listening to you because I'm like, outlets are good because we do need to have an outlet. I mean, that's just like you're my voice of reason when it comes to things. I'm your voice of reason when it comes to things. So it's like I'm your outlet. Like you come to me and you're like, yo, Jay, I need to talk to you about this. This is going on, that's going on. So just make sure you're plugged into the right outlet. Because then that outlet shouldn't be draining you.
Right.
That outlet should be benefiting you. Like the lamp that's lit up right now is benefiting us because it's providing light to us. You see what I'm going with it? So it balances out. The lamp needs the outlet. So the outlet gives the lamp what the lamp needs. And
in order to shine the light.
In order to shine. And so they're beneficial to one another. So we just can't plug, but we can't plug into things that's not beneficial to us because that's when it starts to drain us.
So it's okay for me to have all these outlets in my new build, but I just need to know when it's proper and okay for me to plug in.
So make sure whatever outlet that you plug into is beneficial to you.
Girl, just know I ain't paying you for this.
Yes, you are. It's gonna pay off eventually.
Look, I ain't paying you for this session we just had.
It's paying you eventually.
But no, that was good. Thank you.
Thank you. Because as the body of Christ and just as church in general, like the outlets need us. They need for us to plug into them because they're hurting. and they need help. So as we reconstruct and as we rebuild and as we go through our rehabilitation, it's not for just us. It's for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be prepared and we have to be in a place to be able to help others. Because otherwise, we ain't going to be no good input. We're not going to be any good input. So you see how all this construction and remodeling and renovating, since I couldn't say it earlier, the renovating.
During this season.
Yes, how the renovating ties in. So note to myself, because I do it. And you know this, I'm a very nurturing person. I know y'all picks on me all the time to say how private I am and all this kind of stuff, but I'm just like a nurturer. Like it just comes natural. And so because I'm a nurturer, when I get close to people, which that's hard in between, but when I but when I really get close to people and get to know people, they see like a total different side of me from what they think that they saw when they first met me or whatever. And I've tried to change that because I've been hurt by that so many times with like being a nurturer and being, very caring and loving towards people. And I have been hurt in that. And over time, because eventually I start having trust issues and it can and I have like this whole like wall up because I'm a thug. And
For Jesus.
and for the streets. No, but like after I've been hurt or after I have experienced something and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop being like this, I'm gonna stop being like that. And the Lord is like, no, you can't stop being who you are. I just want you to let your discernment and when I speak to you really tap in on again, can't be that outlet for that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really have to be mindful. And it's not that I'm not going to be nice, but I just really have to pay attention. Because sometimes, and recently, I found myself given the benefit of the doubt about something.
You're a Virgo, aren't you? That's what y'all do.
I am. I don't always give people the benefit of the doubt, and it just depends. You think I do? Oh, okay.
That's another show.
It is. Yeah, we're really gonna have to talk about that. You scratched your eyes on that.
I promise you. And I know people don't really do the whole sign thing, but it's some truth to that stuff.
It really is some truth to that.
But every Virgo I have met,
okay, and I'm one.
They give the benefit of the doubt until you can't give the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they're more, they give more grace in that area than any other sign, I would say. But anyway, I digress. Continue.
Well, I do give people the benefit.
And it's not a bad thing because you should.
Not.
You should.
It's not. But when I cut you off, now I'm done.
You're done. Stick a fork in it.
Yeah, I'm done. And I eat my steaks medium, and that's a pink by the way. But yeah, so but I've had to, over time, I've really had to. I need to start going with that first inkling sometimes because I was right about something and then I decided to go on with it. And in the end, it was like, you should have went with what you.
But you know what? You're still under construction.
I am under construction.
We're under
construction. We are. We are
going to be under construction.
But yeah, but that is something that I have said that I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna be nice no more. I'm gonna.
But that's not even in you.
It's not.
And Miss Liza wouldn't.
No, she
be happy.
wouldn't. No, she wouldn't be happy with that. So yeah. So as I was saying that to you, I was also saying that to me.
Mm-hmm.
The outputs are there. No matter how many outputs there are.
Outlets. Or is it also output?
Well, it could be an output.
I don't know. I'm not,
But it could be an output. But an outlet is there. We just have to be disciplined enough to know when we should or should not plug in. That's all.
That was good.
Well, thank you.
And so there you have it, folks.
That's right.
'Tis the season. Under construction.
Transformation. Renovate. Rehabilitation outlet.
Remodel.
Remodel.
Yes. So don't let your circumstance, which is easier said than done, as far as this holiday season, not being able to do what you were able to do before or wanted to do, it's fine because you're under construction. There's going to be a season when you can. So just know, tis a season just to be happy, to cherish, live, and dream, and just enjoy life.
That's right.
Because we're here to enjoy life. We're not here to, be miserable people. So, you have anything else, Jay?
I don't think so.
What?
No, I think that's it.
And so I'm going to leave y'all with this. Get your son a kitchen set. Please.
Please get your son a kitchen set. Even if they're older, for YaYa, get him a kitchen set.
Please.
She can't cook. I'm taking her crock pot, by the way.
Oh,
because she
Lord.
ain't used it in 3 years, and I need a second one. So see, I saved money. I didn't even have to buy one. So find your friends that don't cook. If you need any kind of kitchen utensils, and they just
Girl, I got some other things in there.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be in there. I'll be in the
I
cabinets.
got something. It's something I never opened.
What is it?
From 2007.
Girl, it's probably dry rotted. What is it?
It's like a.
She don't even know what it is. Never mind. I might not want it. What is it?
It's just like a. That's all I can say. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We love you.
We love you guys.
Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We'll actually see y'all before the New Year.
Yes.
But Happy New Year. And so we'll see you guys next week. We love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.